YouTube. The reason I say YouTube is that if you're seeing this video on TikTok, I am making the transition to YouTube. I'm going to give YouTube another shot. If you want to see the full videos that I'm going to be throwing, you're going to have to go to YouTube and watch them on YouTube from now on. I'm still going to be doing like little clips and stuff like that, and just, you know, maybe a minute or two clips on what I'm doing, just to give you guys some watch, or maybe like a signal or something, like, hey, go over there and watch it, you know what I mean? But today we're entering into a new, how do I say it? A new adventure. Let's say that. A new adventure. We're going into a new adventure. It's been something I've been planning for a very long time. As you guys know, if you've been watching, you know that I've been all about the Civic stuff and turbo and all motor now, and cams and this and that, and braking and blowing shit up. And it's been a long ride with the Civic over the years, and I've reached a point where I just want to drive the Civic. The last thing that I did to it was the cams, and I got it retuned with the turbo off of it, and it made 220 horsepower. It's just enough for me to mess around on the road and have enough power to, you know, have fun on the road. It screams, it's loud, it's rowdy, it's what I need. It puts a smile on my face every time I drive it, every time I take it out. The car really doesn't see rain. It saw rain one time this year, and the whole time I've had the car, I take it out only when it's warm or when it's not gonna rain. I try to preserve the body as much as possible, and it just prevents me from blowing up the engine, because I'm heavy foot, you know what I mean? So we're entering a new adventure right now. If you guys don't know, maybe some of you guys do know that have been following me for a while, I have a 71 Nova. 71 Nova was handed down from my father. He had it in the garage for a very long time, and we've just been having it tucked away in the garage here, trying not to do too much to it. Trying not to do too much to it to where it's, I kind of forget where I was at. I try to do things where I can just kind of get to where I remember things. I don't know how to say it. If you know, you know. So I try to do things where I just can get to a certain level, certain place, and then, all right, now it's the next step. You know what I mean? I try to go in steps is maybe what I'm trying to look for, maybe the word. So I'm going to show you guys here what I got for parts. So we have a bunch of parts here. We have the full brake system calipers. We got the master cylinder. We have the plates, the shields. We have the bearings, the drilled and slotted rotors. We have the spindles. Those are the caliper brackets. This portion right here, this is a Smith Racecraft kit. It's a steering rack conversion kit. I recently purchased. It came in yesterday after waiting a couple weeks. So it came in. I ended up getting a hole saw kit because I need a 2 and I think it's a 2 1/4. And I was just going to buy the hole saw kit in Home Depot, but I found out that the hole saw I was going to buy was $24, and that was on sale for $29 plus tax. And it came with 4 additional hole saws, which I couldn't pass up on that deal. Additionally, here we have the LSX Innovations. These actually, I waited a week and a half, I think it was. There was no communication with shipping and none of that. I was kind of getting worried on when they were going to get here. I wasn't sure if they were going to get here before the rack or after the rack. Really didn't matter, but I want to know where my shit's at. You know, all this stuff is expensive. But we got these in. And those are going to go on the engine in order for us to swap or be able to swap the LS into the Nova. I went ahead and also bought these polyurethane mounts from Prothane. These are the stock. So if you guys don't know, I'm going to say it now. There's a fuckery going on with this right here with both sides. I took this side out. It's over there. Took this set out because I'm going to have to cut a hole here. I'll show you guys in a second. But there's some fuckery going on with these. What I found out, you guys have to understand too, I've been in the tuner world for so long. When you ask me a question about a Civic, B Series, K Series, H Series, F Series, suspension, whatever it has to do with Honda Civics and maybe any Nissan tuner, anything tuner, I can pretty much give you the answer right away. When it comes to these things, these old, beautiful, voluptuous, raw power, things, I don't know too much, and it's fucked up because these things are simple. They're so simple to work on. There's really no technology to it. It's, the way these cars are built are really simple, which is why I understand why the muscle heads, which I am a muscle head at heart, enjoy them so much. Every time I work on this thing, I can honestly say that it's a trip. It's easy. Not too much fabrication. There's a lot of support for these cars. You would think, being that old, that there's not a lot of support for them, but there are a ton of parts out there for them. So we have the parts, the availability. We just have to kind of put it together. So back to the mounts. There's fuckery going on with them because the part numbers for the mounts on a couple set websites will be the same, but the difference is these frame mounts, I would say. They're called frame mounts, where the engine mount bolts up onto. I guess for the different engine that you had, that the Nova came with, if it came with I'm probably going to botch this because I'm not exactly sure what engine came in these things, like what number cc's. I think it's a 305 or a 307. Might be a 307. I think 305 is Ford. Ford guys, help me out. Is it a 305 or 307? I think it's 307. But these things came with a different height as to the Chevy 350, when these things came with a Chevy 350. So there's a different height on these mount brackets. So you have to make sure you get the correct mount for the correct bracket. So what I ended up doing was getting the Prothane mounts for this stock car, for whatever, stock engine came in this car, as if I still had the stock engine and I just wanted to go with, just some polyurethane mounts to give it some strength. So I bought those. That was the quickest way for me to find something that was going to work. Because when I looked at stock mounts and I was trying to find some stock mounts because they were cheaper, there's a lot of part numbers that are similar. And if you look at the dimensions of the mount, and there's actually a video on YouTube that some older guy shows it. And that's how I was able to find out the direction I needed to go. You know what I mean? So it's a matter of height. A lot of the stock mounts have the same part number for the 350 and for the 307 or 305, whatever it is. So I ended up just getting some stock polyurethane mounts for this bad boy, and they worked fine, or they're gonna work fine. They fit perfectly, and we're good. As far as the bolts here, I ended up finding. I went to Fastenal and found some 7/16. They're 14 by 3.5. I think we're supposed to get longer ones, but they're gonna work just fine. They barely reach. I have a lock washer. Once I tighten it down, it should be fine. I'm also going to use the same bolts for this, just to show you. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go back. All right, so right now I'm trying to install the Smith Racing kit, and I have to cut this section off because that is going to take place of this whole thing. So what I did here was I was looking up the instructions on the Smith Smith Racecraft website, and I will say the instructions are very vague. There's a gentleman on YouTube that I looked up, and he explains it all. The way he explains it, I couldn't find that information in the instructions, so I think that company has to go back and kind of revise it. And you know what? I'm not shit talking the company, because this is a very great kit, very beautiful kit, and down to those things right there, those spacers. He had to like put a whole bunch of washers, so they added that to that kit, which is a plus. It's a good for me. That video was from years ago, so they've obviously took that into consideration over the years and added that. Those spacers are for those right there. So what I'm doing here is they give you some templates here. I had to basically put a bolt here. I use the same bolt, 7/16. This is where the control arm would bolt to. So you're going to use that hole with this template, and you're going to use a level. I had a level here that I bought from Homo Cheapo. And I basically just set it to where it's level, and then I drew a line with a white paint marker. And then you're going to take this same template, you're going to flip it, and you're going to put it on that side. You're going to do the same thing, mark a line. So now I have the line where I'm going to cut. I'm going to try to cut all the way straight back on both sides. I have to cut this piece off, and we're going to try to clean it up here. And we're going to get that whole section off. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to start with that, getting that section off of there, because the next piece that I have to do is that template right there, which is going to get bolted to the cross member there, and it's going to give me a template to cut out this oval shaped circle that I need for the steering the steering shaft there.